Whoa!
A harpoon.
Maybe we should have a little wager. We're looking for the ultimate piece, the kitschiest piece of Newfoundlandia.
I could see the lust in their eyes.
Interesting things everywhere I look.
You're supposed to be pickers. Where's the counter offer?
We don't want to insult you.
Insult me.
75 bucks.
If it was $150, I would say I'm in here like a dirty shirt.
You know.
When you said 150, I thought the lightning was coming. Oh, I think I've got the kitsch winner. That is kitsch.
That is crap. I think I just settled a bet.
I'm Scott Cozens,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers. We travel all over Canada, coast to coast, from the West Rocky Mountains to the Eastern Shores and all the back roads in between, looking for hidden gems in people's basements, attics, and barns. Sometimes we take a gamble, trust in our gut to make a buck.
Just like the people we meet, every story is different.
It's not junk to us.
Just a perfect day in Newfoundland. Such a beautiful place.
Well, I mean, this whole island is a gem.
Signal Hill, that's where Marconi received the very first overseas signal sent from England to North America.
Interesting.
Isn't this beautiful?
Is this Dead Man's Pond?
If this is Dead Man's Pond, that's Gibbet's Hill. They'd hang you, roll you down the hill into the pond.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yikes, what a way to go. Let's see where we're going.
Clear across the province to Corner Brook.
No offense, but why are we going all the way to Corner Brook?
Good pick. We get to see a little bit more of Newfoundland.
And we just skip a little over to Spaniards Bay.
To see Walter.
Exactly.
And we're up to Torbay to see Greg, military guy.
He sounds really cool.
That'll be interesting. Maybe we should have a little wager.
I don't really like wagers. I tend to lose them.
All right, we'll edge this one in your favor. It'll be the kitschiest piece of Newfoundlandia.
Well, I think I can live with that one. I'm the master of kitsch. You're my little apprentice, but you still haven't risen to master level yet.
The bet's on. Let's get going.
Okay. So what are the stakes gonna be?
How about the loser displays and lives with his piece for the whole year?
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too. There's probably some really good kitsch in Newfoundland.
We're going to see Dave. Dave's got a couple of barns full of stuff, apparently. He's a picker.
I knew it would work. The old call worked.
Pasadena Beach.
Oh, look at that old building there.
Yeah.
A. Watton and Son.
It's like an old general store. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, there's a barn.
Oh, yeah. And there he is. That's got to be Dave right
Oh,
there.
yeah, there it is, yeah.
Salty dog.
Howdy, stranger. You guys are mainlanders, I can tell.
How can you tell?
Well, you got that $50 hat.
It's a lot more than $50, this one.
I'm Sheldon. This is Scott.
Oh, Scott.
Who's this?
That's Flora Zell. Flossie, to her friends.
Flossie. She's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So is everything in here sort of blow-up prices?
Well, you got to show me the money. I haven't seen any money yet.
I think we got some Newfoundland money from before Confederation.
Oh, that's where it's gold. We'll take that. Hang on to your Newfoundland money, because the East shall rise again.
Yeah. Well, let's get picking.
Okay, come on in.
You lived here your whole life, Dave?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's take a look around.
This is a real interesting place. It's a barn. Stuff's hanging everywhere. It's laying on the ground.
I'm liking the disarray. There's stuff everywhere. I think we're in for a good day.
Have you met my wife up here? We're going for a ride today, later on.
He's a character, that's for sure.
I like primarily Newfoundland things. Old Newfoundland furniture, implements.
What's that, a Newfoundland lunch kit?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, that thing.
I traditionally changed careers every 10 years. I had a radio program, and I was in the Air Force, traveling around the world.
We've got a map of Corner Brook.
We went to Quebec, we had a baby. Went to Germany, we had a baby. Went to France, we had a baby. Went to BC, we had a baby. And I said, that's it, we're not moving anymore. and we haven't had any more since. Couldn't find any places better than this, so I decided to come home.
This is a Newfoundland dog saddle. Come on, Frosty, come on in.
I think you're pulling our leg, Dave.
Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that.
Flossie's got to be in the deal. Is that for a Newfoundland pony?
Newfoundland dog.
Come on,
Don't want me
because we're
running.
mainlanders doesn't mean we're stupid.
We don't saddle our ponies, we ride them bareback, but the dogs we need to saddle. Hey, Fossy, hey, Fossy.
I think Dave is sizing us up.
So how much for the saddle?
$300.
Oh.
He thinks these Alberta boys have a big bankroll.
We'd sell this in Calgary for like $125.
You're joking.
That's what we'd sell it for. So I think we're out on this one. It's just a little
Okay.
too steep for us.
Well, I'll come down a little bit. I've negotiated a bit, for God's sake. You're supposed to be pickers. Where's the counter offer, you know?
Hey, if you're right way up here, we don't want to insult you.
Insult me.
$75.
Hang on, I gotta get my negotiating tool. You know what this is, eh? We call it a pickaroo. It's for picking logs.
Yeah. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
Who better to have a pickaroo than
a picker. Well, I think I'm going to put this somewhere safe while we're negotiating.
That's you, a pickaroo. That's you in Australia.
Hi.
Okay, where next?
Dave has tucked some things away, just stored them. And I'm hoping we're going to find some interesting pieces that we can take home with us. You got a big block here, Dave.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. That's from when they really made sailing ships back in the old days.
Big ship's pulley.
Can you imagine the size of the ship that must have come off of, eh?
That's a beauty.
Yeah, that's a number one.
What does a number one sell for these days?
$200.
No.
Well, I mean, look at it. Look,
Don't even know how to deal with that.
show me where you can get another one.
That I can't tell you. But I can tell you this
Yeah,
much. We can't
we're
buy
out.
it for $200.
No, I'd even take a shot at 100, but no two. $100? What do you say?
I say no.
I think Dave is boosting the prices up, and he does it with a twinkle in his eye. What you got up here, Dave?
Fairies! Fairies! I hit your head on one.
Yeah.
What you got here, Dave?
Oh, get out of there. That's all the good stuff up there.
It's the best thing in the place.
Oh, yeah. It's a sealing gun. Really interesting piece of Newfoundland history. Oh, beautiful. It's got some age, doesn't it?
Oh, man, put that up there in 1949.
What would you want for that?
I'm in the business of selling stuff. I got to make a living. But on the other hand, I find the longer you keep something, the more it's worth. That's why I've been married for 50 years. Offer me a ridiculous price, I might consider.
Well, what's a ridiculous price?
I don't know. How ridiculous are you?
Give them a scary price.
Well, that's why I put it up there so you wouldn't see it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I would have thought $150 would be
A ridiculous price.
a ridiculous price.
And you're right. I think I'm tough when I have to be tough. Okay, you guys don't seem to know dick all about guns.
Whoa!
Oh, how about a harpoon?
What would a harpoon sell for?
$300.
Whoa!
Oh, Dave, I'm in the wrong business. I got to start making harpoons. What else you got, Dave?
Nothing. That's it.
Come on. Dave's a good guy, but he's not letting us mainlanders take him to task here, man. He's not going to give us too much room on that stuff. He's going to make us work for everything we get. Sheldon, I know these saws aren't worth a crap, but that's an interesting homemade one, don't you think?
Yeah.
We see small buck saws all the time. We normally walk right by them, and you can't sell these worth a crap, but this one was a real neat handmade Newfoundland buck saw, almost like a little piece of folk art. So what would a wall hanger like that cost us?
Only $75. What's a real good deal for you?
$25 and I'll sell it for 40.
Oh, give me $30.
Okay, I'll
get
give
my money
you
back.
30, just because it's a Newfoundland piece. If it
Okay.
was like this one,
Yeah.
I wouldn't give you $3 for that one.
Yeah.
Ouch, and I just gouged my finger on it.
Another happy customer.
Hey, Scott, take a look at these.
Wow. We haven't seen any of those on our trip
Yeah.
though, thus far, have
Yeah,
we?
those are the fanciest planters.
Oh, they came from up in Labrador, obviously.
This is sealskin. I love the seal skin and the hide lowers. In our market, they're getting close to being museum quality. They're very interesting.
They got to be old. They're so stiff.
I'd say back from the 40s, 30s or 40s.
What do you need for them?
For the pair, or you want one?
I'd take one.
$100 for one.
Really? And the pair?
300.
This is a tough guy to do some business with. Take 75 the pair?
No.
You said that quick.
Dave thinks he's got a couple of suckers here. So I'm now grinding back hard. Dave, bottom line, $100 the pair.
Do I have the supply of shoelaces?
You can have these.
Oh, I'll take them.
There you go.
I'll take them. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, deal.
Okay.
Scott and I'll do well in Alberta with that pair. They're $300 mucklucks. In our market, there's some profit.
And I'm thinking Dave's warm enough to a couple of manies.
If I wasn't having fun, I wouldn't be doing it. The good old mirrors there. Oh, that's thick.
Ho, 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 ho. I think I've got the Kitsch winner.
You gotta be joking.
Oh, come on. It is the winner. It is the Kitsch winner.
It's a friggin' moose.
Well, I know that much.
Made from seeds.
And they haven't painted them. They've just taken different color seeds. And that is about as cheesy as they get.
I don't know. Not kitsch, nothing to do with anything but poor taste.
You mean people buy stuff like that?
Well, we got a competition going. What would that cost me? I'm prepared to take the risk.
I say about $700.
You can't
Yeah.
be serious.
And why are you giving them such a break right off the get-go?
Yeah, I was thinking like $7 would be good.
You sure know how to hurt a guy.
Just a second, before you negotiate here, if you buy it and you lose it, it stays on your wall for a year? Okay.
Look at the artistic expression there. Look at the moose. Look.
Put it this way, if we didn't have a bet going, I wouldn't even want it.
I gotta get my money out of it.
What's your money?
$50.
Whoa! 25 bucks.
No.
25? That's beyond kitsch.
no.
Kitsch means you buy something for a couple of bucks.
What do you know about Kitsch? I taught you everything you know.
Well, I mean, I get a kick out of the relationship. Stop arguing amongst themselves. They might get some better deals.
I mean, I think that wins the bet, but
You had to buy a piece of kitsch.
$50, you got a deal.
Okay.
$50 of our hard-earned money. That's a minor piece of kitsch if it's even kitsch at all.
So you can't even say Kitsch.
That it ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over till it's over. Or the fat lady sings. Whoa. Sheldon, there's a beauty.
St. John's.
I'm inclined to think it's maybe, 1905 or 1910 in that area.
So that's where they started, and the camera would literally move all the way around to the end of the scene.
I understood he had a special camera.
Yeah, Panorama.
Yeah.
That is an unbelievable piece to find in a farm near Brook. We've got to take that thing home.
So what's the damage on that one? That's a long pause.
For something that was leaning against a table in a shed.
You take your time.
$600. What do you think it's worth?
I'm thinking it's like a $300 piece.
How about $350?
You're bidding against me again.
No, I'm up in the bid.
Anybody else for $4?
Well, I'm not going to argue for $50, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you're not going to argue for $50, make it $400, and you got a deal.
How about $375?
Okay, I'm not going to argue over a quarter.
Good, thanks, Dave.
Okay, well,
Well, that's a good photo. We're both real happy with that, because if we can't sell that, either one of us will live with that. Yeah. He's got a dog sled back here, Shell.
Oh, yeah?
I do? I tried to hide it away from you, but you found it.
We saw one of these things
Ah,
in
that's-
British Columbia. Oh, it's a bit of a pig.
It's from across the bay. It was used in the woods for pulling out firewood. The guy I bought it from said, well, you can carry a full moose, you know, he said.
By the way, Flossie, dog sleigh coming through.
You don't make Flossie haul the dog sleigh, do you?
Oh, well, when she's in training, yeah.
Training for what, dinner?
That's,
Oh, yeah, that's a beauty.
it's made here in Western Newfoundland.
That is absolutely what we're looking for. A piece of Newfoundland Labrador history.
And it was red at one point, and then somebody slapped a coat of white over top of it. We don't see that kind of thing. Very desirable, could very well end up as a coffee table. Well, what's the sort of dollars you're looking at of this?
$600.
Whoa.
Worth every penny. I mean, it's 60 years old.
What were you thinking, Shell?
I was thinking half of that.
Yeah, I'm with
3.
you.
You guys making a deal between yourselves? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go outside and
Can
we'll
I-
do a deal. Sold, sold.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Let me in on the deal, eh? No.
500.
Can I call my wife?
Don't bring your wife into this. This isn't her problem.
Well, she's gonna get the money.
Yeah, and she's probably delighted.
That's fair.
$500.
All right,
Okay.
done.
500
500.
bucks.
500 bucks.
Okay.
Perfect. Good deal for us.
That dog sled is going to be a real conversation piece back in Alberta.
I think we should just settle up and get our van packed up.
Sunlight, fresh air.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? This has been a good day out here in the west coast of Newfoundland.
We bought a bunch of stuff. We're going to take it back to the prairies and make some Newfoundlanders, expatriates, real happy. It's wonderful.
I've never met 2 better pickers. I've only met 3 pickers in my life. So the number 1 and 2 for sure. Have you paid for that yet? Did you order a helicopter?
They found us, Dave.
You know, I think that sled might be something that we could get somebody to take a look at. It could be worth a lot more than we paid for it.
Okay, guys.
Hey, that's been good.
It's been a pleasure.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dave, lots of fun.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah,
Have a
you're-
good trip home.
Good seeing you.
You're
Look us
a-
up if you're ever our way.
Never going to the mainland.
You're a salty
I've
dog,
been
aren't you?
there. That's right.
That's a true Newfoundland mentality.
Dave was a lot of fun to deal with. I think we got a new friend.
See you guys!
So long, and thanks again.
But I still don't think he's going to call us anything but a CFA. Come from away. But the good thing is, I got the piece that I think wins the kitsch competition.
What?
Oh, there's no question, man. That moose, that is kitsch as defined by Scott Cozens, master of kitsch.
You're the judge and the jury of your own game. And you paid 50 bucks. That takes it out of the realm of kitsch.
No way. Kitsch doesn't necessarily mean crap. That is kitsch.
That is crap.
Oh, come on.
Well, we agree to disagree.
I disagree with that.
This could be our first big disagreement.
I agree with that.
Well, we're on our way to see Walter. He descends from a family that's been around this part of the world since the late 17th century.
Seriously?
Yeah, in fact, the road that we're going to be on is named after his family.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's written the book on Newfoundland furniture. And here's the good news. Walter's got a garage that's just loaded, and his wife has given him strict instructions. She wants her car in the garage this winter.
I've heard that story before.
So I'd say today could be a good day. And I bet that's our garage.
I bet you did.
Walter?
Aha. Don't be trying to slide under.
I know, I'm up to your tricks. Hi, Walter. I'm Sheldon.
Sheldon,
Scott, how are you, Walter?
welcome to my humble shed.
Can we dive in?
Be my guest.
Have you got stuff? Wow. We see a pile of furniture, every color, every style.
Interesting things everywhere I look.
The stuff in there is eclectic, but all high quality. So tell us the story.
I was an antiques dealer for several years before I went to work for the Provincial Museum in St. John. When I retired over 10 years ago, I started collecting again and started studying the furniture, really lusting after it. Any excuse to have it in the living room at night to study it and look at it, touch it.
Look at this, Shell. That is a really interesting piece of furniture.
Yeah.
What would you date this piece from?
I would guess about 1920. It's very plain looking, relatively speaking, but it's got Irish influence
Right.
on it. In these type of geometrical corners.
These three little spindles on the top takes it a step above most of those ones you see. So what would you need out of something like this? One of the first things Sheldon and I try to do is gauge the level at which this guy wants to sell.
I need to get 150. That's a cheap price.
I think at 150, we got to say yes on that.
The ball is rolling.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta clear out this place.
That's right. Your wife wants to park her car here.
Right now, she's going to need a Mini.
I'm gonna see that she does get a Mini.
Walter has not sold for years. Our timing is perfect. He needs some space.
And we're the first in the door.
Are those what a prairie boy would call a bailing bucket, locally referred to as a piggin?
Indeed, it's an Irish term. These were for bailing boats.
Yeah, I'm starting to learn the terms now.
You know why I'm interested in you guys having these things? Because we have a lot of Newfoundlanders living in Alberta.
I know.
And
Oh, yeah.
I want them to have access to these. That's the whole idea.
Walter's not just a picker that buys and sells and tries to make a buck on it. He loves the stuff.
I'm not interested in making money.
That's good for us if you're not interested in making money.
Don't get me wrong now. I don't want to give away something that's priceless.
No, we'd prefer to get you wrong.
I really enjoy the fact that Scott and Sheldon like the items. I mean, I don't have to make a lot of money selling them, just make some of my money back.
Maybe that should go back to the prairies.
1940s, early 50s, maybe.
Yeah.
50 bucks?
We'd probably sell that for 65 if we're lucky.
Yeah, so we
we
pay
could
what,
pay
40?
40.
Okay.
Done.
Shake the man's hand.
See, I'm easy to get along with.
You sure are.
You are.
Every once in a while, the stars align perfectly. We had interesting items. We had a great, knowledgeable seller.
If you look at the crest rail here and I turn this upside down, you've got this detail
Oh, yes, yes.
down here.
It's a real learning experience for Sheldon and I because we're seeing furniture we really like and we're learning about its history so we can pass that on to the people we sell it to.
How about 60?
60.
I'm good with 60 if you are.
I'm good.
I really like that.
I see why you like it.
Yeah.
I could see the lust in their eyes when they saw something they really liked.
Would you sell it for what you paid for?
Oh, yeah.
Done. I'm turning into a quick draw
Yeah, you
kind of
read
a
my
guy.
mind.
No, your prices are fair. Everything is aligning as it should. Take a look at that.
Oh, those are great.
That's got to be an
Recycled
apple,
materials.
apple box or mandarin oranges or something. Do you refer to this as a dory?
Yes, and these are little, like, crafty things. Somebody made them at home for something to do.
And this was made by the Apple Box Company.
We've seen apple boxes used for just about everything in Newfoundland.
What would you like for a pair of dories?
How about $35 for the two?
How about 30?
All right, I can't argue with that.
Thank you.
I think that's a good deal. Those
Yeah.
are nice.
I'm glad you appreciate those. That's why I'm being
Very
very
much.
fair.
Take a look at this thing. See if it works.
That's
love
funky.
That is a goofy piece of folk art, that one. It had a boat in the middle of it, handcrafted. It had mirrors on the front and the sides. The way the mirrors are done, it looks like there's a boat coming around the corner.
Yeah.
And you lit it up with a little Christmas bulb. That is just total kitsch. You don't like it? I love it.
It's a red light special.
It's not often you find those small dioramas.
What would you want for the little diorama? I was thinking I'd have the kitsch competition with that.
$75.
Would you take 40?
I'd take 50.
It's just $50 bill, ripped in half and thrown away.
I've won, and don't try to tell me that I haven't won.
It ain't over till it's over.
I see you got a set of stairs here.
Leads to more stuff. Come this way.
Walter, you were holding out on us. We're doing well here, and now we've got a new area to go to.
I'd have to get 100 for it.
Sold. Pine chest right here.
I'll let you have it for $80.
Can't hesitate at all on that.
Ceremonial table of some sort?
$80.
Oh, $80 bucks.
wow.
Fair.
Hey, you've got Several years of calendars, all with Dion Quintuplets.
It was one of the biggest stories in Canadian history when the Dion Quintuplets were born.
So this Great Eastern Oil Company was putting them out as a premium every year, giveaway.
Yeah.
Isn't it great the way they paired the oil and gas advertising with radio advertising?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
noticed-
makes it extra interesting.
When you get that crossover, that's when the price can shoot up because you're selling not just to a Dion Quintuplets person, you're selling it to a radio collector.
So they followed the Dion Quintuplets
Each year,
19 years to early adulthood. This was particularly interesting to see a whole series of Dion Quintuplet calendars. It was year after year after year. And having the whole series, you were able to watch these 5 little girls, these quintuplets, grow up in different stages. I've been doing this for several decades, and you see one piece here or one calendar there.
that came all together.
Might as well ask you, what would you want for something like that?
Oh dear. Oh, I'd say counting 15, and I'd have to get $15 each for them.
$225. The problem for our market is the people that knew the quints are getting old.
Yes.
Maybe we can get a throw-in of something. Hey, there's a sled.
The painted one.
That was painted over. That was originally
Yeah.
painted on it.
Looks like a recent paint job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a quintuplet throw-in?
No.
Does that sound like a quintuplet discount?
Let's put it this way. I could let you have this if you bought the quintuplet things. I could let you have this for as low as $25.
Quint calendars at $225 and the sled at $25. Done.
It's been a pleasure. I can identify very strongly with Scott and Sheldon. It's really delightful to have them here, looking over my stuff, and I could see they enjoyed it as much as I did.
It'll fit in anyone's house. That's a winner. I'll put these two on top, right?
Somebody that's interested in Dion Quintuplets will pay the world for that item.
This was an absolutely fabulous day for a picker. We got an education. Everything went our way today. I hope every day is like this from here on in. It was absolutely wonderful.
I enjoyed it just as much as you.
One last
One
thing.
last thing. And let's see if you can back that baby in.
Don't break anything.
Look at that! In there! Our work here is done!
They've helped me because hopefully now Sally will be off my back for a while.
I love the fact that Sally backs that baby in one fell swoop.
Yep.
She's done that before, but not for a while. Well, this is really going to be interesting to find out what that sled's worth.
We're going to see Jerry. He's a picker and a dealer, and he knows all about dog sleds.
We think it's a pretty good item, but we want to get a second opinion from Jerry. And it's always good if he's got a shop, because if he's got a shop, he knows what sells and he knows what doesn't sell.
Let me go in and get Jerry.
Okay, I'll drag the sled out.
Hey, Jerry,
Hi, Sheldon.
I've got something I want to show you out in the truck.
Okay.
Want your opinion?
My business, of course, is the antique business, and I've been in it for some 20 years. And my area of expertise is all things Newfoundland.
Hey, Jerry, are you ready? There it is.
Great Newfoundland sleigh. You know, 30 years ago, everybody had one.
Right.
You know, it was a mainstay of transportation. Bringing the mail, picking up the kill.
We were told a guy could move a moose on this one.
Oh, well, in 2 or 3 trips.
Yeah, we heard that the guy that had this maybe killed a few moose with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably killed more than they should have, but
You know that guy.
We were thinking this was sort of 40s era. What are you thinking?
it looks like it's that kind of vintage, probably in the 30s or 40s. It's a small, what we call the family sleigh. As you can see from the harness, this is the actual harness. Oh, pieces there, all it's missing are the huskies.
I'm imagining you don't see these every day.
Don't see many of them because there's not many in use, and where you see them is in a museum and that kind of thing.
What does something like this get around here for value?
$500.
Done.
Well, if I had it to sell, I'd be probably selling it from well, I've seen them sell anywhere from $700 to $1,200. In your market's probably 25% more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You guys
good.
charge much more than we do anyhow. Yeah, it's a great piece.
Hey, well, that's good. That's very informative.
Yeah, thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
and there's not too many of these in Alberta, Scott.
I've never seen one. Thanks, Jerry. We'll see you again if we get
Yeah.
something good. This is one of those times where when you take something out of its market, it actually increases in value. We're the only guys in town that are gonna have one. We'll get 1,000 easy for that sled.
Well, we're on our way to see Greg, ex-military guy.
Oh, interesting.
And he spent almost 3 decades in the military. When he retired, he filled up a barn, and he's letting us in the back door to see if we can find something when the shop's not open. He likes everything and anything.
So we only got one pick left. You better get that kitsch item.
Yeah, I'll find my piece of kitsch at Greg's. It ain't over till it's over.
Sheldon and I always like to have a bit of a friendly bet when we go to a new place. This time we're in Newfoundland, so our friendly bet is who can find the best piece of Newfoundland kitsch. There it is, right here.
Look at the size of this building over here.
Lovely. Yeah, let's go. Great. Oh, you must be Greg.
Hey.
Scott, how
Hi,
are you?
Greg.
And I'm Sheldon.
Pleased to meet you.
So what's the story here? Are you a collector that became a dealer or a dealer from the start?
No, I would have to say I'm a typical collector got out of hand.
Okay.
I can tell there's nothing typical about you right from the get-go.
Well, you're too kind so far.
They won't last, I can
I
tell
know,
you.
you know. I started having an interest in antiques in 1970. So I planned my retirement. Spent 4 years getting my shop ready and transitioned simply by retiring from the military in 1995 and walked right into my shop already open.
Well, let's see what you got.
Come on.
Wow, you got inventory here, Greg.
Oh, my goodness.
We're in for some fun because there's lots of stuff. Furniture items, nautical things, there's no shortage of things to look at. Let's look around.
I'll go this way. Used to be a time when picking a store was almost impossible, but nowadays, the antique business is hurting a little bit. There are price tags on things, but because we're in the picker fraternity, we know those prices mean nothing. That's just a starting point. This thing looks like it was dug up on the ocean.
That's the business end of a lance. Whaling stopped in Newfoundland, I think, around 1971. Prior to that, the whole village would go out and slaughter these things.
They take the boats out in the harbor, they drive the whales into the shore, and when they beach themselves, the villagers would come out, each of them with a lance, and they would take down a whale with it. It sounds a little cruel, but that's what kept those people alive. This is an early one, though. Like, this is probably 1900, right?
1820s.
There's a group of people out there that love that kind of thing, people that are into weaponry. So you got 5 1/4 on it.
These are rare.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are rare. The problem for us is this is the place where you're going to get top dollar for it, not necessarily Alberta. What would your bottom line be on this harpoon?
Say $300.
I'm thinking we might be lucky to get $250 for it in our market.
No.
We need to buy it at $200 or less to make money. I think you'll probably do better with this here than we will out in Alberta. I'm getting the impression that Greg's the kind of guy that thinks about what he's got into something when he's trying to figure out what his bottom line is. Greg doesn't want to lose money on any piece.
So we're clearly gonna waltz a little bit here. What's the story on the barometer up on the wall there?
St. John's area is where I got it, but I don't know who exactly did it.
I'm hoping that it is what I think it is. Is it all inlaid?
Ivory inlaid.
It's a fancy one.
I actually think this is English. There's nothing Newfoundland about it. It was imported, I believe, from the UK.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, no, that's very well done, isn't it? I'm hoping for very dry weather.
I'd say go for it.
So, Greg, at $450, it just not going to happen. If it was $150, I would say I'm in here like a dirty shirt.
You know.
I took a step away from you when you said 150. I thought the lightning was coming.
If it was $150, I think my aunt would have it. For example, you know.
For us, I think the number we'd like to be at it is 2
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
We don't like grinding people that bad, but if you'd go 2, we'd take a run at it.
Say, how about 3? How about,
How about 2 1/4?
2 1/4?
Half your price.
Done.
All right, done. Thank you. Good price, and clearly Greg is motivated to sell.
Bingo. Where did you get that bottle? It was a country club ginger beer bottle out of Vancouver, British Columbia. Didn't belong here.
That bottle came up my driveway from a guy from BC.
That's what's good about that. It had the Medalta stamp on it, historic pottery in Alberta. So if you get one with a stamp on it, you'll sell that to a Medalta collector, not just a ginger beer collector.
Whoa, you got 80 bucks on
That's
that.
what he had on it.
That's a decent bottle, but I'd sell it for that in Alberta.
Well, we'll say 40.
Hey.
That's half again, right?
Yeah.
It's always nice to find a guy that knows how to play the game. And if he can get the money out of us, he can go buy some more things.
I'm highly motivated for them to go away purchasing things that they're happy with the prices also.
We're looking for the ultimate piece here.
Kitschy, cheesy.
Maybe we should
I'm heading this way.
scour. Scott has a keen eye for kitsch and usually wins this sort of thing. However, I think I have a chance today. You get a laugh out of that.
The Moose Chariot.
Yeah.
We've got a Buffalo Chariot in Alberta. I consider myself a connoisseur of kitsch. My eye is so bad that I'm drawn to those items, but I didn't see anything quite bad enough that I would consider to be part of this competition. My pupil, on the other hand, is getting a very good kitsch eye.
Score. I think I found the Newfoundland piece.
No!
I find a Newfoundland tumbler, and it's got a little musical verse on the back referring to the squid jigging. All sizes and figures with squid lines and jiggers. This, to me, seems like the perfect Newfoundland kitsch item. Isn't that a beauty?
You could sing this song every time, and the drunker you got, the better it'd sound.
That is a mint winner, is what that is.
That is a faded piece of shite.
I thought that's what we were looking for.
No, we wanted an unfaded piece of shite.
Oh, come on. You're making the rules up as we go along. I'm pulling away like a squid in Newfoundland.
It ain't over till it's over.
Oh, Scott, you got to see this. Certainly not a kitsch item.
Wow.
I got a little box of that stuff in town about a year ago.
There's several small ivory pieces, well carved, so they're interesting items.
That's walrus ivory, too.
Look at this, a little pencil.
Oh, jeez.
Little lead here, and you retract it and protrude it that way.
Ivory's a touchy subject, and if these had been ordinary ivory pieces from the Orient, we would have walked. These came out of Labrador?
Yeah, the people I got these from said they came down in the 19-teens from family members, and they had them in the family till a year ago or so when I bought these.
Oh, I got a soft spot for these little guys. What's this for, a kayak?
That's a kayak paddle.
Okay, that would
That's
be
a kayak paddle, exactly.
And I have another one somewhere here, and I'll throw that in too. And we'll say grand total finished up in the end, $350. Okay?
Would you do 250?
Mm-hmm.
270?
Oh, all right. That argument, we're in.
Find some good stuff at good prices. It's an oddball, isn't it? It's like a little flask.
And I think it's a case for carrying morphine or something for war, for military. It says military on it anyway.
Does it move
May I?
somehow? Yeah, please.
Okay. Undo the bottom, and then the top kind of springs up, move out of the way.
And that is a really cool item. It's got all these little compartments where you would put your glass morphine capsule in.
And that's a syringe.
That's a syringe. I'd love to have it because it's got so many movements in it. Medical instruments are a bit like toys. The more actions, the better. And this one had a bunch of different little actions to it.
To the right guy, that's an interesting piece.
It appeals to people that collect doctor's instruments, people that collect drug paraphernalia. I want to own it, but I'm not sure what I'm going to have to pay for it.
What would you want for that?
Well, I was looking at, say, maybe $500, but
Whoa.
that's probably never going.
It's clearly something that was used in the military for drugs, in this case, likely morphine. I was thinking, like if it was $100, we'd buy it for 100, sell it for 200.
Will I tell you what I'll let you have it for? My bottom down below my shoe line. Eh? Under the boards on the floor. 200.
It's such a cool thing.
I'd like you to have it, is what I'm saying.
I'll take it.
Done?
When somebody says, I want you to have something, and I believe Greg meant it, you can't say no. That's an insult.
Thanks.
It's not all about money, and when you say you'd like me to have it, I'm gonna have it.
Oh, that's nice.
You know?
Yeah.
I like that. And once again, Greg was really fair.
This looks like it's a good Newfoundland piece, this one. It's got a church on the hill, like every small town in Newfoundland's got
And
a
a
little church
lighthouse.
on the hill. What would you do on that little guy? I think you got 55 for him in the stand.
Well, we'll say, what about 30?
I think we can do 30.
Oh, cool.
I've been paying attention to Scott on the kitsch competition.
Oh, I've got the Kitsch winner. That is a goofy piece of folk art, that one. Total kitsch. I love it.
I'm learning from the master. I'm paying attention here. Yeah! I find another piece of sweetheart Newfoundland kitsch. I think I just settled a bet.
I know Sheldon enough to know when the look on his face says, I've won and don't try to tell me that I haven't won.
Yeah?
You've seen that before, haven't you?
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, but you haven't. That's a 3D Joey Smallwood.
Joey Smallwood got us in the Confederation.
We've learned on our trip here that Joey Smallwood is a hero to some, a villain to others. He was a pig farmer in Gander, went to Montreal, heard they were having a referendum, went back to Newfoundland to try and get Newfoundland into Canada.
But there's still a lot of controversy as to whether that was a good move or not. Gets better. Will the lady on the other side please vote Liberal?
Oh,
Here's the lady on the other side.
Not me.
Yeah.
She's the bearded lady then.
Gotta have that, $12.50. That's a
Hey, wait,
bet,
wait,
I'm
wait.
pretty
You didn't
sure.
even
Thank you
grind
very
on it.
much.
So you're trying to suggest that this wins the bet?
Oh, that's the kitschiest piece of Newfoundland history. You gotta look at Joey in 3D.
I think I'm bringing you to the dark side because a couple of years ago, you wouldn't even have looked at that.
Scott and Sheldon are easy to be with. They love having a bit of fun, it seems like. It's been a great experience to see people with their knowledge and their experience.
It's quite heavy, this thing. It's a good piece. We'll do well on that. Individually priced, we could very well get maybe $700.
That's a cool thing. I love it. It's been a great
Shake.
day.
Do we hug?
It's gonna. Hey, I'll hug you.
Do we hug?
I'll hug
I hug
you.
everybody. That's not fair to that knowledge.
That was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
man.
We were talking the same language. I'm not sure if he was talking Calgary or I was talking Newfoundland, but we could communicate.
You're kind of like the Colonel with your swagger stick
Well,
here.
I used to have to salute them. I salute you guys.
Yeah. And we salute you back.
You know.
And I get along with anybody that's got hair as long as mine.
Hey?
So we're gonna be on our way. We'll keep in touch though.
That was just a lot of fun, wasn't it?
At the end of the day, we did pretty darn well.
You know, Scott, it's time to settle the kitsch bet once and for all.
Sheldon, I concede. I don't want to see you cry. I concede. Your Joey Smallwood mirror and your squid jigger glass are better kitsch than my moose. I lose. I'll put the moose up on my wall.
Thank you very much. Enjoy that on your wall for a year.
I will, actually. It's a
I know
nice
you
piece.
will. It's third-rate kitsch. I think I'd like to put it on my wall.
You can't. It's mine. That's perfect.
I like it.
I'd like to break it over your head. A year.